Hey, what is up, you guys? It's me. I have decided that I'm going to post more Pokemon battles that I've recorded. I've been playing a lot of it lately, and I've just been messing around with different Pokemon that I like, messing around with different team combinations, and every now and then I get some pretty interesting battles, so I decided I'm going to post them. I'm going to start off with this one here. This one's really cool because I have a Sun team going, and it looks like they actually have a Sun team also with the Torkoal. Nothing else takes advantage of the Sun besides that Torkoal, but you know, we'll see. So let's get into it. So I assume that he is going to start off with that Torkoal, so I decided to lead off with my Coalossal. This is my new Pokemon. I built this team around this Pokemon with Steam Engine. So the idea is, obviously, Steam Engine, you get hit by a fire move or water move and it maxes out your speed stat. So this is a special attacking Coalossal with Earth Power here. I go for the Earth Power because I assume he is going to go for the Stealth Rocks to get the early Stealth Rocks up. But for some reason I also carry Rapid Speed on this Coalossal, so I don't really care about the Stealth Rocks right now. But he does get them up, and I can either go for the Earth Power here and get the kill, or he is either going to go for Earthquake or Lava Plume. Hopefully he goes for Lava Plume and that'll activate my Steam Engine. Now I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin here just to get rid of the Stealth Rocks right away. So there goes the Rapid Spin. So get rid of the rocks. +1 in speed, doesn't really matter. But he is going to go here for the Lava Plume, which is amazing. So it's going to max out my speed. And now I'm faster than anything on his team, and the Sun's also up. So my Fire moves are going to do more damage, and I don't have to charge my Solar Beam that one turn. So Coalossal is a prime position here to do some major damage. And also with the Earth Power taking out the Torkoal right here, I don't have to worry about the rocks getting set up again. So there goes the Torkoal. And I think he also realizes right now he's in a tough position. So he's actually going to send out his Ditto. And I'm assuming this Ditto's Choice Scarf. It not only copies your stats, but it copies all your boosts as well. So he is going to outspeed me if he does have the Choice Scarf here. So he is going to go for the Earth Power here. He does indeed outspeed me, so I'm assuming it's Choice Scarf. And that actually doesn't do too much damage. I get my own Earth Power off, and that Ditto's going to go down. So Coalossal here, dealing major damage, and he ain't taking no damage either. This dude's an absolute beast. And now his next Pokemon is going to be Thick Joe the Snorlax. And this is where Coalossal's Reign of Terror comes to an end. I don't know if this is going to be a cursing Snorlax or it's a defensive Snorlax or whatnot. But I decided I'm just going to hit it as hard as I can, see how much damage it does. I go for the Fire Blast. It does land, and that does not nearly as much as I'd like it to. But the Snorlax has a red card, so Coalossal gets kicked out, and my Shift Tree gets knocked in, which really sucks. I lose all the boosts. But that's okay because the Sun's still up, and this Shift Tree actually has Chlorophyll. But he goes for the Recycle, so he gets his red card back. So here I am wondering what to do, because it's a really interesting set here. So I was wondering whether to go for the Nasty Plot or not, because if I hit it, it's just going to eject me again with the red card. So either I go for a bunch of Nasty Plots and take it out one shot, or I swap out here. So I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse. Obviously, I'm going to get swapped out with the red card again. And then we're going to get our next Pokemon swapped in. And that Pokemon is going to be Coalossal. So Coalossal's back in. So now I'm starting to realize that this Snorlax is starting to be a problem, as he goes for the Rest and gets all that health back. So far all we've seen is Rest and Recycle. I don't know what this Snorlax can actually hit me with. What I do know is that I gotta start setting up on it because I need to take it out in one shot. If I don't take it out in one shot, I'm gonna get hit with the red card, get kicked out, and he's just going to heal all back up again. So, I'm going to send out my Machamp. This Machamp is a Guts Machamp with Flame Orb and Bulk Up, max HP, max attack. Here we see Snorlax's third move, Sleep Talk, and he actually gets the Sleep Talk Recycle, so he gets his red card back, which is super lucky for him. I'm going to assume his last move is going to be some attacking move, like, I don't know, Mega Punch or Body Slam probably. But here we're going for the Bulk Up, and I'm going to try to get as many Bulk Ups as possible so I can knock this Snorlax out in one attack. So now this part of the battle kind of drags along because I'm just going to go for Bulk Ups like I said. The good thing is that the Bulk Up not only raises my attack but also raises my defense, so this Body Slam is going to do a lot less damage than it would, and obviously the more Bulk Ups I get, the higher my defense will get and the less damage that Body Slam will get. So I think as long as I get enough up, I can take it out with one close combat. So as you see here, it's going to drag along. I'm going to keep going for bulk ups. He's going to keep going for sleep talk, but he actually wakes up, so sleep doesn't do anything. I think he goes for the rest next, but he's at full health, so rest doesn't do anything. And we're just waiting until I can get enough bulk ups up so I can take out this so Machamp can take out this Snorlax in one shot. So here, I'm going to speed up the battle a little bit just because it gets a little stally. Obviously, the Snorlax can't do much to me, so I can just sit as long as I want. But this is the first time I'm using a Flame Orb against Machamp, and so far, you know, it's working out pretty cool. I love Machamp, so I have a couple different sets, and I just want to go with this one for today. But I finally get the close combat off, and it is going to take out Thick Joe in one shot. So, finally got rid of that threat. Not really a threat, but you know, that wall out of the way, and we can finally move on with the rest of the battle. So now, after the burn damage, Machamp still has plenty of hits left. I don't know if I could live a hit, but he's going to go into the Nidoqueen. And this is where we learn why Machamp is called Machamp, because Elizabeth, the Nidoqueen, is going to outspeed me. It's going to hit me with a Thunderbolt, and Machamp lives on 5 HP, and that lets me get the Facade off so that we can knock out the Elizabeth Nidoqueen in one shot. What an absolute Machamp. He does die to the burn there. That's alright, he did a great job, and now we got the empty battlefield. So he decides to go into the Kingler, and I decided to go into my Cradily. I think I just want to set up the Stealth Rocks here just so I can take away any Focus Sashes that I got, just in case he has any, and these last couple Pokemon. But he's actually going to just straight up Dynamax right here. It's actually going to be a G-Max Kingler, which is really cool. I haven't I haven't messed around with one of these yet. We'll do that for one of these next battles. But this Kingler is going to go for the Max Flutterby, which I'm guessing comes off of X-Scissor, because the Kingler I have does have X-Scissor too. That's going to one-shot my Cradily. That was a specially defensive Cradily, so obviously it's going to take that hit too well. But that really sucks. So there goes the Torkoal. We also realize that this Kingler has a Life Orb, so it's slowly whittling itself down, but it's still doing a lot of damage. Here we swap out the Torkoal, send out the Colossal. Hopefully he's going to go for that G-Max Foam Burst, and hopefully this Colossal can take the hit. But as you'll see, Colossal cannot take the hit, and he absolutely gets wrecked by the Foam Burst. So this Kingler is going through my team right now. All that momentum we had, all that lead we had, is gone because of the Dynamax. And I'm going to have to stall one more turn out. And I have no idea what to do, but I still have the Shiftry in the back and the Torkoal in the back to set up the Sun. So as long as I keep that Shiftry, I think I can take out the rest of the team that they got. So we're going to just send in Copperajah here to take one more hit. But Copperajah does not like that and actually just gets destroyed. I did have some health investment and some defensive investment into this Copperajah, but he actually had the maxed Quake, which I'm guessing is coming off a Stomping Tantrum or something like that. I don't think you see those long Kingler, but you know, it's whatever. That's okay. His G-Max is going around here, and we still have our Torkoal and our Chlorophyll Shiftry. So after we get the Sun up by sending in Torkoal, we're going to swap in Shiftry here and get as many Sun turns left as possible. And he's actually going to go for the Sword Dance, which is kind of scary. That's okay because I still outspeed this thing, and with the Sun up, I should be able to hit it with one clean shot with the Solar Beam. So we do outspeed thanks to the Chlorophyll and thanks to the Sun. Solar Beam only takes one turn to charge, and that Kingler is finally going to go down to one shot, which is great. So they have one Pokemon left, and that Pokemon is going to be a Chansey. So usually Chanseys are all defensive and stalling, and I still have Torkoal that can set up Sun, and I can Nasty Plot set up with this Shiftry, so I'm looking really good. And it looks like the opponent thinks the same thing because they're just going to cancel the battle here. And there you go, guys. That's that Sun team. I think it did really well. A lot of the things that I designed the team behind actually worked, like the Colossal, getting the steam engine off, getting the max speed up. Torkoal setting the Sun up was great, and then Shiftry taking advantage of that Sun for the Chlorophyll and the Solar Beam was also super clutch at the end. And not to mention Machamp. I guess the Flame Orb's kind of in theme with the Sun, which is cool. But that's a really fun team. I'll see if we can get more battles with this team. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.